Hey y'all. So I definitely put like my thoughts and opinions on the whole Acrimony movie. I think when I had like my old account, but now I definitely kind of have like new thoughts and opinions about this movie, and I just want to share it with you. A part of me is leaning more a little bit towards Taraji's side. I forgot their names in the movies, but I'm leaning towards more of Taraji's side. But now that I'm kind of like really sitting here thinking about it, and I read like the comments and seeing like everybody else's opinion, it's kind of like a mixed review. I feel like both of them were kind of in the wrong. I'm not gonna sit here just because I love Taraji and I literally watched their whole relationship and seeing that he definitely, like, her feelings are valid. Okay, so let me just break it down for you. Let me just tell you like what I think was wrong versus who wasn't wrong on certain situations. Me personally, I feel like them two, I feel like first of all, he knew what let's take it back from the beginning. I low-key feel like he knew what he was doing, trying to get her to, like, y'all know, like, I feel like y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. The words can't come to my mind right now, but when her mom, like, first died when she was in college, and then the funeral happened and everything, and then she went into the trailer and was just chilling, and then he followed up behind her, and then that's when they, like, did the little deed. I feel like he was kind of, like, using her mom's death as a reason to kind of, like, do whatever he was doing. Like, she's definitely in a vulnerable state right now, and you're literally, to me, that kind of looked like he was taking advantage of, like, he was taking advantage of that. Oh, and another thing, and I feel like because we're getting it from Taraji's perspective, we're kind of like more on her side, where I feel like if we kind of gotten a perspective from everybody else's side, we might have like understood the movie a little bit more and understood certain people's perspective on the situation during that time. But we can only go off of Taraji's, well, Melinda's her name. We're only going off of Melinda's perspective. And I kind of also want to talk about the other people's perspective, because I feel like I could kind of see it just a little bit, but that still doesn't excuse half the stuff that they did, right? Like, let me show you this post. Like, this one right here. Like, okay, so I'll read it for y'all because, I said I wasn't going to read in, like, the last video that I made that y'all see me talking. So, basically, they were saying rewatching hashtag Acrimony to see why people don't understand why she went crazy. She really took care of him for 17 years. Him not, well, I think it was, like, 20. But, like, I get what she was saying. Back to the story. She really took care of him for 17 years. Him not paying any bills, mortgaged the mom's house, spent all 300 plus thousand dollars plus more because of him. He invited the woman he cheated with years ago for coffee, then ended up marrying her, and she is reaping all the benefits. Yeah, she's reaping all the benefits that the first woman put in. My bad, y'all. I thought I don't know why, but I thought it stopped playing. But then she goes on to say her sisters were not just in her ear, they were looking out. Okay, let's talk about that. Right? I feel like, yes, they were kind of like looking out for her, but I don't know, like, something keeps bringing me back to just the perspective of like Taraji P. Henson. I can see why people say that. Well, I mean, they kind of were looking out for her, but I feel like how they were looking out for her was just a little bit too much. It made it look like on our end that she was just like meddling and just, yeah, so she was just like meddling and just being that they were meddling, being nosy, and just didn't see it for him. But technically they were just doing a little bit too much. That's one thing that I realized in this movie, is that I feel like with certain people, they have like they mean well, but they just like do a little bit way too much to the point where it looks like y'all are just trying to sabotage the whole thing. Like, I understand them not liking him after. Like, I can't even be mad at them not really wanting Melinda and what's his name, Charles? Nah, Charles is the other movie. Charles is the one that got shot up. No, I forgot his name. But I could understand as to why them not really liking the husband, because let's not even sit here and fake the funk. With them, they're looking at it like, okay, like, remember when she brought up him cheating. Like, let's remember, they probably didn't like him because of the simple fact of homeboy dead cheated on my sister with somebody else. Like, we just lost our mom. Y'all are supposed to be together. She just lost her. Yo, I'm sitting here talking and hold on. Let me get my words together. Hold on, y'all. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that they see him cheating on their sister. Then the reason as to why now my sister's in the hospital, and basically you're the reason as to why my sister is in the hospital. But let's talk about that. Let's really talk about that. I personally feel like, yes, he definitely did too much, and shorty is in the process of grieving. It's only been like, what, maybe at least, to me, it seems like it's literally been less than 6 months since her mom died, and she's just trying to like get comfort with somebody. But it's kind of like, that's on Melinda. That part is on Melinda. Like, she definitely could have like walked away from the whole situation and never looked back. But at the same time, it's like, because at the same time, like, nobody's telling you to run in to the trailer, knock the whole thing over with them in it. But I could kind of like, I'm not gonna say I could see her impulsive thoughts, because I would never be like, oh, let me run this is not waiting to exhale. Like, no, this is not. I'm not about to burn you up. I'm not about to sit here and waste my time on you. Like, just walk away. That's the best thing to do, right? And then another situation, right? As far as like, I feel like you see like the math up on the screen, right? Like, this is like a TL, like this is like Left Eye telling the whole situation. This is the mathing. I feel like she shouldn't have put all her money into that man and the house. But at the same time, I feel like I feel like the second she started like really talking to this man is when her life went downhill. Like, the second she met him, she bumped into him and was pissed already. Then she tried to give him a chance, and boom, her mama dies. And then boom, he cheats on her, like, not even that long after. Then boom, she runs into the trailer, and now her ovaries are gone and she can't even have kids. Then boom, all her money is gone because she's spending it on this man, which I feel like she shouldn't have done. Then boom, 20 years go by and she feels like she's not even in a relationship. She don't feel like she's married to him. She feels like this shouldn't have happened. And I'm not gonna lie to you, she shouldn't have married him the second she saw that her family wasn't there. When it was just the friend, when it was just the witness, like, it was basically like a wedding but nobody there. But yeah, and then I feel like I understand. Okay, let's really just get down to like also the point that I'm trying to make, because now I feel like I'm just rambling too effing long. The money, right? The ending is where I really want to talk about. I feel like, as far as that, yes, she could have just taken the 10 million and just walked away. But for some people, it's literally about the morals and principles. Like, yes, take the money and go. But I feel like she could have she didn't have to like go and like burn that girl's stuff. But at the same time, it's like, look at it like this. Yes, the 10 million is fine and she should have definitely just walked away. But at the same time, it's like, I'm not about to sit here and go through 20 years worth of hell with you just for you to leave me and do all this other stuff. But at the same time, it's like, that's where the sisters come in. The sisters come in because of the whole her trying to leave. Like, it's just a lot.